Blessed greetings, beloved. New Year 2025. Yeah, so my name is King Torch, also known as Ngwanatemane Ivy, and where I come from in my village, they know me as Ntombi. All right? Yes, daughter of Tabang and Boshego. And I'm a Tiamat. What does it mean to be a Tiamat? What is a Tiamat? A Tiamat is a primordial energy or force which I have arrived to. Before I arrived to the state of a Tiamat, I had to pass the last phase, which is the goddess of time, space, or the timeline of the goddess of time, you know. The goddess of time is the goddess of life and death. Tiamat is not the goddess of life and death. She is just there. You know, she's the mother of the gods. Anybody who understand that they are a god, Tiamat is the mother of the god. You know, she is the primordial mother of existence in my universe. Okay, so now, when I think it was 3 years ago, I think it was during COVID, I forgot exactly when, but before I arrived to the level of a god or a goddess, not a primordial mother, a goddess, a daughter of a primordial mother, I wrote a test. I was not alone. I was with a boy from Eastern Cape. Yeah, he's a boy, but he's going to be a king. So we wrote a test, me and him. So we were writing primordial science. But as we were writing this test, I realized that this is the same mathematics they taught us at high school. You know, the math of property. You know, we wrote that test. We never prepared for it, but I find myself writing it. And actually the boy wrote before me. And then when he came out from the class, you know, where he was writing, he told me that, yeah, so you're going to write. Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. So now, and then the question paper is math, the math that I did years back, and I did not prepare myself to do it, to come and write, but because it's the soul which was writing, it was not me, I was sleeping, you know, it was happening in a dream, you know. So now, why am I telling you this and now teaching you this primordial science? I'm teaching you so that you can understand why am I a Tiamat and why there will be other Tiamats in future, maybe near future or later. You know, why were there other Tiamats before me and they never came out and spoke about it? They, you know, until they left this plane. What is the difference between the Tiamat of now and the Tiamat which I worked for, the primordial, the ancient one? The difference is that the energy is there, just like the Kali energy, the goddess of time, is there. All the energies are there, you know, in their state, you know. Just like in Sangoma initiation, the energy of Shlahla was there. Or just like when I was born, the energy of Ngwanatemane was there. And I was named Ntombi. Then when I was baptized, I was named Ivy Ngwanatemane. Then I started becoming the embodiment of my father's aunt, Ngwanatemane. So I became a new Ngwanatemane. What was left was for me to be renewed. You know, as a new Ngwanatemane, I had to go through processes of renewal, you know. And then as I was going through initiations of Sangomaship, shamanism, and all that, I was actually renewing Ngwanatemani, Then Ngwanatemani became renewed, and the old Ngwanatemani and I became 2 moons. And then I swallowed the other moon. Then I became 2 moons. Then is one ego, one Ngwanatemani renewed. You see, so that's how it happened. It happens step by step by step. It starts with ancestral things, bloodline things, then it goes out to external ancestors like Amandawe, and then and all those Inzonza, Tatobao, level, layer by layer, becoming a god. The first god I became was Nyambezi, which is related to the Nyambe of Barotse. Yes, because that tribe also is there in our lineage of godship, the Barotse, and then going up and up and up, higher and higher. Some of my students are on the level of under the kingdom of Barotse now. My initiates, some of them, some they are already on the level of the pharaohs, up and up and like that, you see. So now, as you grow, the soul expand, then you arrive to layers and layers according to your destiny, of course, So a Tiamat is not a name, it's a title, it's a state, I'm just calling myself Tiamat now because, I think I'm the first one to come out and speak and, explain, because you cannot just come out and say, I'm a Tiamat, and you don't explain and you are doing spirituality. You'll be in trouble, you'll be in trouble because people are not convinced, magicians are not convinced, queens and kings of magic, some they are not convinced. They will start testing you. They will want you to convince them, and they will even send a message through messengers that so and so, queen so and so, from the tribe of who or the goddess of who she's not convinced. She want to, there's something that she want to see. You see, so yeah, that's how you know. So when they say this, each and every label or the title I receive, actually it's not the day I receive it is not an attunement or an embodiment. No, it's the beginning of the initiation in that title. When it completes, then I become someone else or a new title. And when I receive that, I don't tell you, I keep quiet for a while. Then from there, when I come and speak publicly about it, it's because at least in it, I'm rooted in it, because I cannot just start and say, oh, I'm who, and then what? At night, then it means I'm not going to sleep. You are going to be dancing, Kitas with those who said, what? How did she pass here? No ways. I want to see something, you see. So, I'm telling you, we do have a very powerful person now who's going to, I wrote with him the test, even though physically we don't talk. So we have math property in primordial science, which is the identity of property of addition. The sum of any number and 0 is that number. God is in our multitude. Sum of any number and 0 is that number. All right. Identity property of multiplication says the product of any number and the 1 is that number. Jehovah is 1. Associative property of addition, as an addition are we associated to God? As an addition are we associated to God? When 3 or more numbers are added, the sum is the same regardless of the grouping of the addends. Yes, this is the law of property. In simple terms, we can be added and grouped according to color and language, and the fact remains we are the product of 1. You see, so we all go to 1. So as you do the work, you can be able to go to 1 when you're still